I ain't been broke in a minute. I'm tryna run these digits. Put my little bro in the penny. We hop at the car with extensions. These niggas be pistols, they switching. Playing with bro, then you go on the mission. Me and my niggas, we all on the mission. Focus on money, ain't worried about bitches.
Yo, what is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we're back with another Mobile Legends video, man. And this one, we're gonna be checking out a video from the clipper Z Killed. He actually got Dogie ending the debate that's been going on, man. Obviously, we've all been debating this topic. I've been debating this with Mirko. The rest of the community has been debating and talking about this, and I want to end it here. Like, I did see a comment that I really agree with. Like, they're making it, it's a debate about the countries right now when there's really no debate about the countries. Like, we're talking about this debate, and it's clear what side wins in terms of what's the strongest country. Why is that even really a debate? So yeah, I like the competition more so between the orgs as well. The only reason I ever took part in the whole country debate in the first place, the only reason is because Indo is out here making it seem 7 using Filipino imports. At that point where that's where I have to interject and remind you that you got some imports over there, buddy. Like, did Indo do that? Or did a combination of the Philippines and Indo do that? Like, the Philippines is representing its own country. Then the Philippines is also representing Indo as well. So it's like, come on now. Like, you just we gotta be real at some point. But yeah, that being said, let's hear what Dogie has to say on it. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn notifications, and let's get into it, y'all.
Hindi ko alam ba't ba magkagalit yung Indonesia pati Philippines. Saan ba nagsimula lahat ng yan? Dati naman kasi walang ganyan eh. Totoo lang, walang ganyan. Di ba dati wala naman ganyan? Yung unang MSC, yung second MSC, wala naman ganyan. Pinaglalabanan kung sinong malakas na bansa. Tayo! Hindi nyo na kailangan tanungin kung sino yung pinakamalakas na bansa. Kanino ba sila kumukuha ng import?
That's the best point ever. The best point ever. This is why it's not a debate. Who are you getting your imports from? Like, it really does just put it into perspective that it's not even close. It's a reason that Indo, anytime you import a Filipino player, you're basically acknowledging that the Philippines is a stronger country than you. So the actions of the orgs is painting the picture very clear what even Indo believes. Indo believes that Philippines is a stronger country. And Mirko said it himself multiple times that the Philippines is a stronger country right now. He also gave credit and said that he feels like Indo could get there eventually. And I never said that Indo couldn't. I was around in the Just No Limit days. I was around in the Lemon, the Aura days. I was around then. I was watching them then. I was a huge Indo fan then. So, like, no one's discrediting what Indo could be capable of. We're just saying you're not there anymore. That's it. Like, because the Philippines made better decisions and had better systems in place that led to better results. I guess Indonesia has some systems and stuff like that, but you're not getting results from it. That's why you just have to import. You're like, oh, our systems are broken. It's not working. We can't find talent. Let's just import. And that's your strategy. And that's a strategy that's been more effective for you than trying to mold your own talent, clearly, because where's the talent at? So yeah, I mean, it's fine if you've chosen to focus on importing as opposed to actually molding your own talent. But I think the whole thing is people are saying that it's lazy to not mold your own talent and just focus on importing. But if that's been your key to success, that's your key to success.
Sorry, na-distract ako. Ang laki ng... Ngayon, ano bang...
Kasi ang labanan dito, guys, eto lang ha, nakikita ko ha. Ang labanan dito, team, hindi bansa, di ko mag-gets. Kasi, sa atin kumukuha ng import, di ba? Tapos na, doon palang natuldukan na eh.
Yung AP brand dahil kinuha na dito.
Doon palang natuldukan namin. Di ba? Tingin ko, guys, Sa akin, kung palakasan ng bansa amin, sa atin na, tuldukan na natin yun. Kasi ngayon, ang labanan dito, organization Onyx. Hindi ko gets guys. Ako promise kung usapang palakasan pa to ng bansa, real talk, I think, like, di ko na alam sa akin kasi hindi naman na to palakasan ng bansa kasi sa atin talaga, like, di ko na alam sa akin kasi hindi naman na to palakasan ng bansa kasi sa atin talaga.
And realistically, I wasn't really trying to bring up a debate as if I was pointing out how it's not really a debate about the countries. Like, it's not a debate between countries. Like, people kept taking it, they're trying to argue on the side of Indonesia, making it seem like the Indonesians are this close to the Philippines. It's like, no, you're not. You're not that close. You're not very close at all. This is why you're importing in the first place, to bridge that gap. There's a huge gap between where Indo used to be and where Indo is right now. Well, that's what it looks like to me. So, yeah, I mean, with the imports, you all are improving the competitive, y'all like becoming more competitive and things like that. But there was a point in time where Indo was out here really spanking shit. Like, it was a point in time where Just No Limit, where Lemon Aura, where all these guys, Zen, it was a point in time where y'all had some true killers, like Tutoru. Like, it was like, those are the names that I remember from what I used to watch, what I used to be a fan of. It was a time where y'all was out here really spanking shit. But you can't talk today like that's what y'all still doing out here. No, you're importing from the Philippines to keep your country afloat. And maybe your country rises once again in the future. Cool, if that happens, I'll give you your flowers, I'll give you your praises then at that point in time. But we can't act like y'all out here actually doing that today. No, you're not doing that today. That's not what's happening out here. You're getting cooked. Respectfully. And then if you're not getting cooked, it's usually because of a Filipino import. Just saying. If you really out here, any Indonesian team out here spanking shit has a Filipino involved in it. Usually.
Like, alam na natin Dapat alam na natin
So yeah, I do think that pretty much sums up the debate very, very well. I think that does sum up the debate, because that's what we were really talking about. I do believe that it's more fair to focus on organization versus organization as opposed to focusing on country versus country, because there's no comparison. There's really no comparison at all. You can't compare the Philippines to Indo right now. But that's why, like, when I see the weird comments sitting here with Indo people talking down on the Philippines, I think it's crazy. That's when I respond. It's like, it's weird. What are you doing? Like, how can you talk down? How can you sit here and talk down on the Philippines when you're only good at the game because you're importing from the Philippines? It's like, that's what I found is disrespectful. And then if I say that, people want to, you just trying to get views, you trying to get that. I thought that y'all was bragging about the fact that Indo gets more views, right? Shouldn't I be doing this on the side of Indo if I was trying to get views? Zane has 1 million subscribers. He's from North America. He has 1 million subscribers, and he says his biggest audience is Indonesia. Wouldn't it make sense for me to make Indonesia my biggest audience too? Like, the stuff that people say don't tend to make sense. It's like some people live in this delusion, the fairy tale world where, yeah, it's I don't know. They just gotta live in a world where they can convince themselves of things that's just untrue. The fact of the matter is, Dogie has a great point as always, man. Like, it's really no debate on which country is better. Like, we should just keep it org-based. Like, we can keep it org-based. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, you see the casters and stuff like that sitting here making it a Indo pride, Indo versus the Philippines. Like, if y'all want to sit here and make it an Indo versus Philippines thing, don't blame me when you get spanked in the debates. Like, what you mean? Like, hey, that's on y'all. Like, you stick to the Onyx versus AP Bren. Like, stick to that. Like, don't sit here and say, and then treat the imports properly. If something goes wrong in a game, don't sit here and try to blame the Filipino. Like, don't sit, like show respect and blame the team as a whole. And actually, like, people have come to the conclusion that Butts was the biggest problem in that. So the fact that Indo's instant reaction is to blame Kyrie, I find that a little bit insulting personally. Like, I find that a little bit insulting. It's weird that you import somebody and then try to blame them when things don't go right. But do you give them all the credit when y'all are winning? If you don't give them all the credit when you're winning, you shouldn't give them all the blame when you're losing. You win as a team, you lose as a team. If you're going to import players, them players are a team. Don't sit here and try to target one player on the team simply because he's not from your country. That's delusional. That's how I feel. Let me know what you all think. Be sure to drop that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and turn on notifications. And I will catch you all on the next one, fam. Peace out, Joe.